+4, 8 to play. Yannick is on the button here. Not much. Graham Pound looks interested from the big blind. 6,000 to call, 4,000 to call. He's got the same hand as Yannick had, but it's suited. And Graham's actually leading here, Gary.
Yes, he is, but he doesn't know where he is. He's got no idea whether he's calling with the best hand or the worst hand, so he's just going to have to take it as it comes.
That was the flop, head up. Pound's made a pair, but it's lowly as can be. He doesn't care. Looks like he's betting.
He's doing a let's find out where I am, but I've got a pair, but I don't know whether it's the best hand or not. Let's see if, well, Pharaoh's prepared to carry on and represent the best hand.
Splash the pot.
It's more of a portrait, not just a draw.
If Pharaoh thinks he's going to draw Graham Pound out, he's going to be waiting a long time, isn't he?
Absolutely. I think once he started the conversation, he's already decided to pass.
So Graham Pound with the best hand takes the pot. Ralph Pharaoh could not make up his mind to put the bluff in. Graham was vulnerable there. He wouldn't have called a raise, would he?
No, not at all. It's basically a little feel about if you've got me beat, I want to find out now rather than call you down. If you're beating me, I've lost the chips I've put in here, but I don't want to give a free card in case I'm winning, and that's basically what's happened here. He's won the pot, had the best hand, didn't give the other man a chance to either bluff him out of it or to get a free card.
So the Shropshire man does a bit of damage and also says, don't come stealing my blind. It's not for sale. There's Barry Hearn in the big blind now. That's Callahan's hand from first position. Ace-9 suited well enough to call for the 4,000. We've got some fireworks here because Pharaoh has picked up another big hand, Gary Jones. Big slick ace-king.
Yeah, he's had aces, kings, queens, and now ace-king. He's not exactly an unlucky man when it comes to the starting hands he's been picking up.
This could be a very big pot. John McCreerick has flat called the 16,000 raise with 2 queens on the button.
That's a big hand he's picked up here. He's decided to make sure no ace comes on the flop, play a little bit tricky, try and trap his player, and if it does come a low flop, he's probably going to get, he may well get some chips from Ralph if Ralph tries to represent a pair.
So Callahan's laid the hand down. We are head up now. Ace-king versus 2 queens, flop to come. And John McCreerick will be in the driver's seat if this flop comes low.
2 players.
Oh, Pharaoh has hit the ace.
Check. Check.
He's laid the trap. He's tried to say, I didn't hit that ace with a little check. Let's see if he can keep it going on the turn and maybe draw John McCreerick into a bluff.
McCreerick didn't go for it. He didn't bet that. And look, Callahan had the ace-9 of diamonds. He'd have a powerful hand right now. But it's Pharaoh in the lead. And the 20,000 bet with the 2 aces has put McCreerick in a very treacherous position.
Yeah, his check on the flop may well actually induce John McCreerick to play. One of the things these players aren't as experienced as some of the professionals in actually laying hands down.
Oh my! The river card has been all McCreerick. It's a 3rd diamond on the board, but look at that face. Not a wrinkle, not a blink, but he's just hit 3 queens.
Check.
All in.
All in.
And Ralph Pharaoh, with a look like he knows he may be beat, he checked that, Gary, on the river.
Yeah, he's got to think here. It's a diamond. Also, he's only got 1 pair.
This an amazing hand. Don't forget Daniel Callahan folded the ace-9 of diamonds.
And he's seen all of this action going on in front of him, and he's absolutely sick. He would never have been going anywhere, especially after the turn on having an ace, the nut flush draw, and an up and down straight draw. He'd be absolutely sick. The fact that he's doing is he'd have got the lot.
But the pressure on Pharaoh right now, who has the decision of the tournament. McCreerick's gone all in, and Pharaoh, can he suss out that he got beat on the river? And he has to know that McCrearick is capable of bluffing in this spot as well, Gary.
Absolutely. He's just got to try and give John McCrearick a hand here. What can he give him? What's he calling on the turn with? Has he got a pair? He's decided he's bluffing.
He's called. He's called. Most of the chips are in, and Pharaoh can't believe it. Beat on the river. And that has taken Ralph Farrow out of this tournament. They'll have to count the chips to make sure, but I believe he was out-pipped by John McCrearick. And that is Farrow's tournament. Gary Jones, aces, kings, queens.
And then ace-king, and it's all over.
Look at that hand one more time. Farrow loved this flop. 2 aces were tops. But when the river came, it was all disaster. And 3 ladies for John McCrearick beat just 2 aces for Ralph Farrow. We're down to 5 players.
Oh, tickled pink. What, 45 minutes? 100,000? Yeah. He was upset about that.
Fireworks have brought us down to 5 players at the PartyPoker.com European Open on 5. At John McCrearick, the beneficiary of a lady on the river, a lady of the night.
Yeah, caught a very nice last card in the hands and knockout Ralph Farrow. He didn't know where he was, played his hand very strangely, and still managed to get lucky on the river and catch a large chunk of chips off Ralph Farrow to knock him out.
8,000.
Still 2 and 4,000, and Barry Hearn has found some queens there and made a very small raise on Daniel Callahan. Double the bet. Callahan not impressed. He says, you take it. I don't want to mix it up. He's a man of your reputation.
I mean, I love one-to-one confrontations, whether it's in a boxing ring or a snooker environment or a play-off in a golf tournament. You get to find out about yourself. You ask yourself a few serious questions, and sometimes you come up short. But it's very good. It's a lovely game for character analysis. Tactics, they're great. Getting good cards, that's better.
Barry, though, currently second in chips. Very comfortable still with 2 and 4,000 blinds. No worries for anyone. Even Graham Pound, your short stack, still has a little bit of time.
Yeah, Graham's still got a bit of play left. He doesn't have to get too excited yet, doesn't have to get too busy.
And whatever song McCrearick is listening to in his head, I want a copy of that tape. What do these players have to do? Keep on doing the same, playing him the same way? Is it just a matter of time?
Well, it should be. We've seen quite a few people take chips off John just by trapping him, so it's just going to be a question of whether he can run over the table before someone grabs him.
Call.
At the moment he's actually playing a little bit more cautious than he was in the celebrity heat, but the pocket queens has set him going, and I think he's going to be a hard man to catch.
We are 3-way for 4,000. Excuse me, we're head up here. And it's 8,000 apiece. Callahan had raised this pot, and Yannick has called in the big blind.
20,000.
And that is a big bet. With middle pair. 20,000 more than the size of the pot. And Yannick not interested. Every poker hand begins with the placing of the button and the posting of the blinds. The button is a disc that represents the nominal dealer. It moves 1 space to the left every hand. The blinds are forced bets to get the action going. 2 bets to the left of the button, small blind and big blind. The big blind is usually double the small. Action for this first round of betting will be to the left of the big blind, in this case, player number 4. Blinds are raised throughout the game to keep the action going. So give the money to Callahan behind those mirrored shades. He's been playing pretty steady all night and has yet to get involved in a serious conflict. Cards around, big blind, this hand on John McCrearick, which means near Graham Pound, the wizard, as they call him in Shropshire.
Pass.
Call him the Undertaker.
Pass.
That suit.
Make it 10.
Raise to 10,000.
Callahan says pump it up a little bit. A few notches to 10,000. 2 face cards in the hand.
And Yannick's sitting there with the best hand. Don't think he knows whether